Hello everyone, it's Jonathan here, founder of Driving Academy, and today we're going to be talking about how long should you actually keep your CDL license for. So the first question is, does my CDL license ever expire? Well, that depends. The license itself does not expire as long as you do the proper things to keep it active. So what are you going to have to do to keep it active? Well, in order to get a CDL license, you're going to have to go through a few steps. Step number one, you're going to have to make sure you qualify, which means you have to be able to be healthy enough to pass a DOT physical, you have to have a valid driver's license currently, and you have to be at least 18 years of age or older with a social security number. If you have all that, then you can actually start the process of getting yourself a CDL license, which is pretty much 2 steps from there. Step number one, pass a few written exams to get yourself a CDL permit. Step number two, pass a 2.5 hour long road test to get your actual license. Once you get your license, now you should keep it forever. There's a lot of people who say, hey, I'm not going to be using it, I'm just going to let it go. What do you have to do to keep this license? One, it's going to cost you a little bit extra every time you renew your license simply because it's a CDL. So instead of 20 bucks, it might cost you 40 bucks. Two, it's going to require you that every 2 years, as long as you're healthy, you get a DOT physical done, which means that you have to get a physical anyway. Why not just get a DOT physical done every 2 years? As long as you do that, return that to the DMV, your license is good. Now, we've heard countless of stories of people who've gone through some type of training years ago, they got their CDL license, and all of a sudden they said, I'll never need this license again. They got into something else. They let it lapse simply because they didn't want to get a DOT physical done, and after 3 years, the license actually goes away. In some states, it's actually 2 years, right? So after 2 years without a CDL license, if you ever want to renew it, you got to start all the way from the bottom again. That's right, just like you've never had a license in your life. So it can get super frustrating. And what it does get super frustrating for is for people who've had their license for years and took their test on the old system, and now they have to accommodate to all the new harder stuff that we have to going on now. So now if you are in that position, we can help you out, but understand, just because you know how to drive a truck doesn't necessarily mean that you're going to pass the CDL road test, because the road test itself is going to be split into 3 different parts. Part number one is all about inspecting the truck. There is where most people do fail the test, on the pre-trip inspection. Part number 2 is all about parking the truck 6 different ways. Part number 3 is actually driving the truck on the road itself. So part number 2 and part number 3, if you have experience, could be fairly simple for you. If you have no experience, it is something that you definitely going to want to have experience with, and that's why here at Driving Academy we offer our guaranteed training courses. Our guaranteed training courses are going to give you over 100 hours of training plus unlimited tries at the road test itself, which means it does not matter how long it takes you to pass. We're going to keep taking until you get your license at no extra cost to you. So it's super important that you are secure and make sure that your investment is sound, because if you go with a smaller course that we do offer currently, you're gonna pay money, and if you go for the test and pass, congratulations, you walk away with your CDL. However, if you go for the road test and you fail, you got to come up with more money to go for another test, and test again. We have some students who take 4, 5, 6, 7 times to pass a test, and if they were in one of those smaller courses, they would have wound up paying a lot more than what we charge for the guaranteed course, just based on road test by itself, right? So it is super important. If you're looking to get rid of your CDL license because you're not using it, I would beg you, I would say, hey, do the smart thing, make sure you keep your license, just go get your DOT physical done and return it to the DMV, and then you don't have to worry about it. Unless you won the lottery and you're never going to play a truck again, but even if you won the lottery, you hear a lot of people talk about how they're broke after a few years after winning the lottery, so you never know what the future is going to hold. You do not want to go through this process again. If you do, no worries, we're here. We're the best truck driving school in the country. We're always looking for new students. Our mission is to help 1 million people get on the road to freedom. And what's more free than driving where you want to go and making more money while you're doing it? So if you are interested in learning more, give our team a call at 908-525-3609, or check out our virtual school tour at CDLDrivingAcademy.com. Again, that's CDLDrivingAcademy.com. Thanks. Have a great day. Hey, thank you so much for watching this video. If you like it, make sure you hit that like button. Also, subscribe to our channel. It's really going to help us out. Click on that button. And if you want to continue yourself on your road to freedom, here's more videos to watch. There's endless amounts. Hopefully we get to see each other one day very soon. Thanks.